Okay, and we are live. Hey, Aurelien, thank you for joining us today on this early bird live event. So many people are already extremely familiar with you. This is the second time you've been on early bird. So Curation AI is back as a Black Friday lifetime deal on early bird as a limited codes deal. So there's not many codes left, but this is just an opportunity to meet the founder, come in, ask your questions, find out where the product's going in the future. So, without saying too much, Aurelien, how are you, my friend?
Very good. Thanks for having me again. Always a
You're
pleasure to do those live demos and answer any question that people may have and talk
you're
about the
very welcome.
future and the product in general.
You're very welcome. So, if you guys don't know, Aurelien is actually one of the busiest founders that I know. He's always working on improving the product and pushing out updates and things like that. So, people who bought from the previous deal always mention Curation. So, I think Curation is one of the most requested products that we've had on. So, I don't know if you've seen on the website now. When a deal runs out, we have a request button, so you can request it back.
Oh,
So we have those metrics as well, right? So I think Curation AI is the highest. So,
oh,
con-
good to know.
yeah, congrats on that. Yeah, I think lead generation, enrichment, and things like that, extremely popular tools. And I think with Curation AI, it's very simplified, right? Everything just becomes extremely easy. So, and I think people will learn more about that during this live event. Okay, so without saying too much, Aurelian, please tell us about Curation AI, why it
Yeah,
started, and your background as a founder, please.
yeah. Thank you, thank you. So, my background is, I've been a founder for many years, mostly market research, startups. My first startup, I was doing this type of lead generation, but on demand. So I had 5,000 freelancers, and we were doing those type of lists of leads that you can target, but manually. And the problem we were solving is that when you have a very specific audience that you want to target, let's say companies that don't have an office, or you want to find companies that are expanding to other countries, those type of signals require a bit more research. 5 6 years ago you didn't have much AI, so you had to do this type of research manually.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's what I was doing. Now with Curation, we automate the entire process from start to finish. Now, one of the questions that people often ask is, how different are you from Apollo and ZoomInfo and all those big guys? The way I position it is, those big guys, they're basically Amazon, right? If you want to find, if you want to have access to 400 million companies, yeah, go on ZoomInfo. Now, in most cases, you don't need 400 million companies, because your ICP, your ideal customer profile, is very, very specific companies. So you will be very happy with 5,000 companies, 5,000 people that actually match who you're targeting. If you build for 400 million companies, good luck with marketing, because you can sell to anyone, right?
Yeah.
And so if you do B2B, you don't want to sell to anyone. You want to sell to a very specific small group of people. And so what we build at Curation is the ability for anyone. You don't need to be an engineer or tech founder or tech person per se, to turn the entire web into a source of lead for you. So you can turn PDF, you can turn Google Map, you can turn Sales Navigator, you can turn Yellow Pages, you can turn Trustpilot, you can turn any directory, like a directory of speakers from an event, into a source of leads. So you capture this. We have a toolbox where you can research those companies, people, find a way to engage with them, their website, their email, their phone number, and then engage. Now, we don't do the engagement part. We only do the research. Now, there's a reason for that. And I got asked this a lot as well. We are a research company. If you want to engage, there are so many tools, right? And I can list like hundreds, right? Where you can send emails, you can automate connection requests. We want to be the best at providing the map, because sales, if sales is war, right? I'm not a big fan of this analogy, but if sales is war, you have the weapons, the ammunition, and you've got the map.
Yeah.
We provide the map. Okay, and then the arsenal you want to use, the weapons, is it the aircraft carrier, is it the AK-47? That's up to you. But I tell you who to shoot, right? That's the analogy, right? And we only want to do that. And it is already a big problem to solve, like having a map that is accurate with all the data points that you want, fresh, that you can refresh on a regular basis, and from anywhere. That will be busy for many years just with this.
Yeah, no, completely understandable. So you were recently away in Saudi Arabia in
Yep.
doing an incubator. How did that go?
No, very well. So it's a accelerator. So the
Accelerator, sorry.
program, yes. The difference is they actually invest cash, right? So they take some shares in the business, and the whole goal was to actually enter the MENA region, Saudi Arabia, but Egypt, Qatar. So now we have customer there, and one of the reason I was very interested in going in this region is because one of the problem with the big guys, right? I mentioned Apollo and Zumifo and all those big companies. They oftentimes they're not very good in emerging countries, right? So if you try to find data in China and Japan, Indonesia, they're not so good, right? The coverage is essentially very strong in North America and Europe. Right? Latin America is not too bad, but trying to find data in Egypt, trying to find data in Qatar, it's quite bad. Now, with our solution, you can actually build your own database. So you actually don't care that someone did the job for you, right? So we can create yellow page in Egypt. We can research those companies, find the contact details. But it's like you're building your own database, and that's what excited me the most. Is that instead of buying from a big guy who did the research for you, you do your own research for any market and the taxonomy that you care about.
Yeah.
So you
And
can
you
create
build,
your own data points.
yeah, you
Yeah.
build
So
build
that
your own
that was the
database.
whole point of going to that region.
Okay, very, very nice. It's actually very, very inspiring. So it's something I've been looking at as well for Rectify. So yeah, I hope we'll have a few more conversations regarding that. Okay, without further ado, let's have a demonstration of the platform so
Yeah.
everybody can
Let,
see
let me share my
the product.
screen. Share screen. Here we go. Am I on the right? Yes. Everybody can see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah. Perfect. So this is the interface when you sign up. So what you have, let me refresh. What you have, is that my connection? The joy of demo. Return. Oh, this is my staging, but 1 second. So we've been hit with a lot of volume recently. Just checking if everything is fine. And
Sure.
should we? No. Let me just 1 sec. Hold on. Fine. I'm ready playing. I'll check you. I'll show you that first. So this is the interface. So we have. I was mentioning to you that you can source any companies from the web where we have different scrapers, right? Yellow Page, Google Map. You can also upload your own CSV, right? Oftentimes people get lists from the web, like a friend gave you a list, or it could be on a spreadsheet you got from on X on Twitter, or a file you have been having for like many years, and you need to refresh that. So you can upload the CSV right here. We have a deep search mode as well. So here you can basically just say, please find companies. I don't know, like we were talking about the MENA region. We can say, please find real estate developers in, I don't know, like Dubai, maybe not Dubai, in Saudi Arabia. I'm going to put 20. Boom. So the good thing with this system is that you can actually use semantic search, right? So it's like plain English. You don't have to do filtering and all of this. So while this is searching, I can do another one. For instance, Google Map. I can say find accounting firms in, let's say, I don't know, London, and I put 20 again. but you could actually do an entire country. It will just take more time, right? I had some people who did like find co-working space in the US,
Okay.
and they actually found all of them. But of course, it takes a while. But it's streaming, right? So
Aurelian,
I
just to ask a quick question. Is there a
yeah.
limit to how many parallel searches you can do at once?
No, you can do as many as you want. We don't have
Okay.
any limits. You can see here when it's running. If I'm running some columns, you will see here in your dashboard, it's running. We have multi-input coming soon. So, for instance, for this one, you see here I've got like find companies, blah blah blah. I could actually have multiple requests at the same time while you actually do a research. So I was doing like the accounting firms here. You could also import new leads here. So you can merge chat projects. You can import a CSV. You can add company manually to the same table, and you can actually add companies again. So you see, I was doing like Google Map, so I can do it again, and maybe now I want to do accounting firms in Manchester, right? So that's how you can actually build your database for an entire country, right? City by city, right? So I'll do it as a demo right here. Okay, 20. Sorry, 20, 20. Boom, done. And then once I have the notification, I'll just do the mapping, and then it will show. What can you do with the table? So you've got all your chat on the left. What you can do, of course, you can rename. That's not really interesting. You can hide. You can filter, and you can sort. Now, the cool things is the toolbox, right? So this is where the fun begins. So you have access to a lot of tools. Each tool bring some data. It could be the company size, it could be the website of the company, what's the target audience, are they currently recruiting, what type of technology they're using, what's the business model, um, did they raise money, they're really are they still alive if the company website is down or up. There's really a lot of data point. Now, if you don't find your data point, the data you want, you can actually create a custom tool. Custom tool is right here. It's the ability for you to create a data point. You pick the format and you decide what's the outcome, right? Is it a number? Is it a yes or no? Is it a website? Is it a date? Is it a currency? Or is it a long answer? So you can simply say, for instance, is this company using Xero? So I think I was on the accounting firm. Boom. And you can see now I've got my data point here. Is this company using Xero? I just click run, and now it's actually searching each company to see if the accounting firm is using Xero. Xero it's an accounting firm. It's a software for the
Okay.
accounting firm. Okay. Now you could click also pause, and you can run the entire thing. Run all rows. Now I only have 20, so I can run all. It's not too big. What can you do? You can export Google Sheets, CSV. You can send to. We have an API import. You can export to Smart Lead. We are currently adding new integration. See, now I've got the results. Yeah. Okay. See, Xero is an advisor partner, and you got the source. So this is how you can basically bring one type of data that is useful. Now you could really add a lot of data points. For instance, I could say add company size. Oh yeah, sorry. Let me introduce the chat. So one of the problem that we're trying to solve is when you look at this toolbox, it is very overwhelming, right? So there's a lot of things you can do. But if you're not an expert in market research, it's very hard to know which data point to bring and why and how to actually set things up, right? Because let me show you an example. Well, for instance, this one, you need to type a query, right? So you need to prompt, but you maybe you don't want to type English, right? You don't know exactly how to prompt this. Let me show you another example. Find email. So you see, you need to find the first name, last name, and the website. So there's a lot of setup, right? You need to actually click, find the right input, output. Okay, it's not so much rocket science, but it's a lot of effort. right? It takes a bit of time, right? And we want this to be as easy as chatting with ChatGPT. And so that's the reason we brought a chat. And so the whole point of this AI is to help you build a table just with English. So you can literally say, please add the company size. You will think. And basically, it find the tool from the toolbox and add it to your table. So just give it a few seconds. Oh, let me refresh. Please add the company size. Okay, we'll do it. Just give us a confirm. See, the company size has been added. Now the beauty is the column has been set automatically. Now I can just say run. I mean, it actually show me the button. And for people who are actually familiar with Cursor or all Lovable and all those tools that help you build things, it's very similar architecture. So it's an MCP, you get access to the entire tools and you can just chat and it does the work for you. And see, while I was talking, you found the company size for all businesses. Now I can also say, please filter company size. I only want companies with at least, I don't know, 50 people.
So you can just keep on chatting to it till
yeah.
you get a lean database, right? So you just keep on chatting.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's the equivalent of telling your intern or telling your staff, you give feedback, right? You give feedback to the person, and you see it's all chatting. So good thing is, you see, sometimes you same as Cursor. Sometimes you have problems, like it didn't find the right way to manage the filters until it does, right? Confirm, and normally it's going to filter. Okay, boom. See?
Yeah.
Now you got the companies. The alternative is to basically do it yourself, right? Which, okay, I mean, playing with filters is not the most complicated thing on earth, but still, so the idea is you can do the entire thing just with the chat. You can retrieve all the chat. We've got an archive here, so if you want to start fresh, you can. Now, let me show you a few example maybe of the sources, how you can scrape it. So for instance, here we've got Trustpilot. Any questions so far? And tell me if I'm a bit too fast. Sometimes I speak.
No, it's fine. It's going fine. Yeah,
it's not like I don't have a train or flight to take. So I'm just okay. So here's an example. So you have some banks, right? You got 1,500 banks. Maybe you want to script them, come with their reviews and feedback. So you just need to take this link and put it into Kuration. So as simple as that. I can scrape 2 pages. And see, it's really copy paste. Drop and done. Now it's scraping. I could do the same thing here for Yellow Page. Let's say we want to find, I don't know, beauty salon. Okay, Cairo. That's for Egypt. Looks like they're down. Okay, while Yellow Page, I don't know why Yellow Page is running. Okay, whatever. Okay, so while I was trying to find why Yellow Page is not running, maybe it's because I have a VPN. We got the data from Trustpilot. So we've got the website, we've got contact phone, we've got email, we've got some data here, we've got the latest review, and we've got the page here where you actually have more reviews, right? Now, one of the tools we recently added is the ability to navigate on those links after you script Trustpilot and search for some signals. So what you can do here, and let it search, is you can go back and open those individual links and, for instance, say, I want to extract this review summary, or I want to extract how many reviews they have. Or maybe I already have it. Let me check. Do I have it? No, I don't. Oh no, I do. Total reviews.
Yeah, totally.
But here there's, so when you scrape a website, you always have multiple levels, right? You can go, maybe you have to click 3 or 4 times. Very often it's very easy to scrape the first page, but the second page, if you have a link like this one, which is the individual link for each company, you can send this agent, the one I just showed you, the AI Universal Scraper, this one. What it does is the equivalent of you visiting this website and extracting whatever you want. So let me show you an example here. I can say, please visit this link and extract the AI review summary, and you just run. Why am I not able to find it? Let me refresh. Website right here. Okay, so do it again. Please extract the AI review summary. Now, for this one, you need to be, I don't know if I gave enough details. It's a bit like a kid, so you need to tell him where to go and where to click. By the way, this one is also capable of filling forms. So one of the use cases we found is you can find, we have a scraper for job openings, so you can use this agent to actually apply for job. Right? It will fill form, click submit, so it's actually interact with the page. Yeah. So for instance, if you have a company, let's say you go Google Map and you do, I don't know, HVAC in Texas. Do 100, and you basically want to fill a form to say, hey, I'm a provider for HVAC company in the States. I can help you. Either you call the person or you can actually fill a form, right? So, okay, there's only one in Texas. That's strange. Let me try another one. Let me do HVAC. Is it HVAC like this? HVAC,
Yeah,
right?
HVAC.
Maybe I type it. Yeah, HVAC. HVAC in New York. Okay, 20. Now I'll show you something else about people.
Your connection is glitchy, Aurelien.
Email, because I got this question a lot as well.
Okay, I think he's frozen now. Aurelien, your connection is glitchy. Okay. Okay, bear with us, guys, until Aurelien rejoins us. He's kind of frozen at the moment, so. Okay.
Hey, Omar. Yeah,
There
I'm
we
back.
go. There we go. Yes, you're back.
Yeah, so I removed my VPN. Maybe that was the reason. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I live in Hong Kong, so if you don't have VPN, you don't have ChatGPT. So it's one of the perk of yeah. So you guys missed what I said earlier.
Yeah,
I don't know where you dropped.
just the last bit from the HVAC.
Okay, so but let me show you that we just received some results from Trustpilot. So you see here, I was able to extract the AI review summary from this company, and so basically that's the AI agent that visited the dedicated link for that particular Trustpilot company. Now, something you can do is basically extract any key from the JSON file. So when you have this type of output, it could be a little bit overwhelming, especially if you're not a developer, or you'd be a bit scared. But it's just a way to organize the data, and you can extract that. So we can review, for instance, extract just their AI review, and can just create a column, and then it would extract it here. Okay, now HVAC. Okay, HVAC New York. So I got the phone number, I got the industry website, but I want to find email. So we have a tool for that. Tool email. You can hear me well now, right?
Yeah,
Connection is back
absolutely
to
clear. Yeah,
okay.
absolutely clear.
Okay, perfect. Extract email from website. So you just need to click. The form will fill automatically. That one is typically the one you're happy the AI is doing it for you. See, done. Company, website, location, industry. Those are actually optional, but the more you have, the better. Okay, I run the tool. Boom. And so see, if you are selling, if you are, I don't know, like a company selling digital services, MSP, and you're looking for those type of companies, you can really find a lot of leads thanks to us. See, those are emails. Now, maybe you want to find the founder, right? The owner. Now, you see, this is actually Elizabeth. So you can tell it's the founder. Now, for a smaller company, a bigger, larger organization, you kind of want to know who is the founder. So don't panic. We have a tool called Find CEO of the company. You want a full name. You just run this. Full name. Yeah, full name. Just give it a few seconds. Now, while this is running, keep in mind that all the things you do with Curation, this is live research. So it takes a bit of time, but it's up to date, meaning that when I'm actually searching for this email, this is actually us going to the website of the company and getting this email. So you actually know for sure this is the most updated version of that email.
Yeah, so
Right?
it's not stale data, is it?
It is not. It is not. And by the way, this is one of the use cases we have a lot with the CSV upload. We do have a lot of people who come up with a CSV. Actually, let me see if I have, this one. I don't know if you guys speak Arabic, but I don't. But we were able to find a website for those companies. But you see, it's 2,000 columns, 2,000 rows. No clue whether or not this is still up to date. So the only way to know is to find a website. You can see we have the website here. Now we actually use the people finder. It was a quick demo for a potential customer. You find the email, the operation director, thanks to the people finder agent. But you need to find a website. And see, this is like a CSV upload of a list he got for free. But this is not actionable. Those are email that are personal email, so people don't check. And then you just got the name of the company. That's not enough to engage in sales. All right, let me go back to. Okay, so I'm still searching. So we got one founder here. What you can do next, once you have this, you can actually find a LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn profile. All you need to do is use the company name and the full name.
Okay.
Now this is yeah. Uma, you have a question?
Yeah. I was gonna just ask. So you're doing these one by one. So you're finding the founder, then the LinkedIn profile. Can you do it all
Yeah.
in once? Like
Yeah. I actually anticipated a question, so I'll show you that in a second.
yeah.
The reality is, this is what we want to do. Is basically you just say, hey, please find the email of the person. Now, depending on the project, if for instance, if you scrape that data from LinkedIn, yeah, you can get the email directly. But if it's from Google Map, you have multiple steps in between, right?
Okay.
But I mean, at some point, you just tell the chat, "Hey, please find a key decision maker," and that's it. But now, to anticipate your question again, we've got something called ideal customers, and this is where you can basically add a lot of data points. One of the data point can be the person, basically your entire workflow, and you can add this workflow to any project. So from here, toolbox, ICP, I can add an ICP, and you can see those are the columns. So if I have a project where I already have, like find the name, find the LinkedIn, find the email, I can actually click import, add ICP to project, and you bring the entire workflow to your project. So it means that if you have a formula or recipe or template, you call that the way you want, for Google Map to exactly what you want, you can run a Google Map scraping exercise on anywhere in the world. You just need to bring that recipe.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so really, it's a little bit of work to make it work the first time, but once it's working, then that's it. It's like 2 clicks, you got your leads. Flowchart. I mean, this one is quite easy, but sometimes when you have a lot of columns and a lot of data, it's kind of nice to see where the data is going, right? Which input. You have a lot of tools where the input is the output of one tool is the input for another one.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Now, what else can I show you? Well, web to table. For instance, this type of link, you can copy paste. It will do it. The way it works is very simple. You can just go here. You can say, please extract the speaker names, and that's it. So very handy as well. See, it's not structured. I mean, it's structured, but it's not usable. You can find the email. Yeah, lookalike was here. Oh no, that was not. Did I do a lookalike with you? No, forgot. Yeah, I mean, I can show you. I have a few examples here. So this is like a directory that I uploaded, and I did a lot of research. I did a lot of data points on top of them. That's 1.4 thousand companies. That one's going to be public. We have YC Combinator data set coming soon. And we're going to publish more. We used to have pre-created list. Uma, if you remember, it was part of the list builder here.
Yep.
Pre-created list. We also have a database of 50 million companies. Remember, it was part of the first offering. Yeah, it is coming. We haven't forgotten. It is coming. Yeah. So those are all the things we currently have. Now, maybe I spend a bit of time explaining what's coming next, because that's also exciting.
Yeah, sounds absolutely great. Yeah, I think people love roadmap stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. So look, the product is already quite, I will say, mature in terms of features. The one thing we're going to add a lot. So let me tell you. So this is scraping, and we're supposed to see. Okay, you got 30 speakers. Let me refresh. Yeah. See, boom, speakers. So it's actually quite fast to scrape, right? 2 clicks, 30 seconds, boom. So what we're going to add, a lot of export capabilities, right? Send to HubSpot, Salesforce, Lemlist, pretty much anywhere you want the data to go. This is something we're going to add, right? Zapier, Make, all of that. One thing we got asked a lot is the ability for you to bring your own tools, right? So right now in our toolbox, we don't let you bring your own API. Maybe you have your own subscription for some tools, right? So that's coming, right? We got asked this a lot. So,
can you just give me an example of that? Like what people would bring in?
I'll give you an example. I do have people who say, "Oh, I have my own subscription to get email with like Findy or like ICPs." They have their own subscription, or maybe sometimes they have a super niche tool that will tell you what's the registration number of this company in Dubai, and this is a pay tool, and this is the one tool we will never get
Yeah.
because we're not going to get a subscription for this particular type of companies in a say registered in Dubai or any other country because we kind of have all the database in the world. It's just too expensive, right? So having the ability to open a system to outside data, third parties
Mm.
that the user is paying, it's kind of useful. It
Okay.
is useful,
Yeah.
right? Um, yeah, so that's coming. But the biggest feature missing is the merge database. We call that merge database, but basically, this is the ability for you to have a aggregated view of all the companies that match your ICP. So each company is scored; they're actually relevant. You want to work with them, but you see, you have so many research projects because the data is coming from so many projects where you scrape the data.
Yeah.
And so you kind of want to have one place where you have all your accounts, all the companies that are worth chasing. Then you can refresh the data and you can have some signals.
Yeah. Okay.
Think about job change, fundraising, expansion, right? So those are the type of things we can track.
Okay.
But
So
you cannot
basically,
track this on a million companies. So only the
yeah.
one that you care about.
So you're just basically consolidating all the information in all the different databases and spreadsheets you've created. Okay.
Correct. And so basically that would be the equivalent of your own little Zoom info.
Okay. Makes sense.
Right?
Makes
So
complete
this is
sense.
more like a master view, but this is also where you can say, hey, please refresh the data, send all the companies that matter in my CRM, or engage in a new campaign, and let's send that to Limlist. Right? So it's coming soon. Still research and development, but yeah, coming very soon. It's been a while. We've been working on that.
Oh, okay, amazing. Okay, so thanks for that demonstration. We don't have questions, but we have somebody who wants to come on to ask questions. So we're going to invite Bruno Carvalho to the Bruno Carvalho, if you can,
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah, are you going to turn
Yes,
your
we
camera
can.
on and you're going to come on?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So I have thank you for the demo. It's getting better every time I see it, uh, following the latest ones. I would like I have a lot of notes, so apologize if I get stuck at some point because it was written all in the spot. Um, there's always a comparison between curation and data bar. I see
Yeah.
that everywhere. Personally, I have both. I don't use data bar much. My business partner does. I find it for me very complicated, still very, despite all the the integrations and everything, it's still very manual for me. I prefer the approach of you writing like you're doing with the AI chats, asking
Yeah.
for stuff to
Yeah.
happen. So that's why I want curation to be successful. One of the points is the data connectors. You explain now that you will implement those options for us to include our own subscription. That was one of my points to
Yeah.
discuss.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
already solved because it's important for us to have the most, and there are a lot, and you can't integrate them all natively yourself. So that's a great way for us to step in and do our
It's more
part.
flexible. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So another thing is the Chrome extension. I have to
Yeah.
say that I think it's being misused. You do a lot inside curation that could be done in the Chrome extension in the spot while I'm checking the profiles. And I don't want to be inside the curation all the time. I want to check the data in curation, but I want to
Y-
work outside because it will
You
save me hours. per
You
day.
are right. Yeah, no, it's a good feedback. I don't know if you're also the person who gave us this feedback on the chat support.
Yes, yes.
It's
The
you.
yeah.
It
I don't, not on the chat. I was on Facebook, for example. I'm seeing a profile in Facebook, and I just click a
yeah
button, and immediately goes to the to the to the enrichment table. But I
yeah.
have also other ideas. For example, when I'm searching for someone, but not every agency wants to outreach 1,000 people per month. Some agencies do a well curated list of 30, 50 people for high
Mm,
ticket solutions, and they want to improve that list the most they can. And what they do, like I do, it's searching for articles, interviews that that person made, YouTube, awards, everything on uh,
mm,
uh, uh, a lot of different and unconventional sources, like a blog that no one knows about, but they are there. And I want to be able to click on the extension, get the data from that page, maybe run through some AI or something, and put it in there. So for one, it's not forgotten. The person will know that I'm doing a great job, knowing what they're doing. I'm interested. I'm really interested, and yes, I did the job. So I wanted to
mm,
also uh, uh, explain that to them. So it can be Google Maps as well, product directories. I found a Reddit post from that person. It doesn't really matter. Just put everything together in the same profile. The more, not only just data like the phone, but additional information that in the outreach will make the difference.
mm.
Because I can say, hey, look, for example, in my automation on the outreach, going get the data bar info. Hey, I've read your article about that LLM stuff that you're discussing. It was amazing because you pointed this out and you pointed this out, and it's all automated because you already have the information. I just need to put it in the right order. Uh, and a lot of other things. For example, you were typing, oh, let's see in the yellow pages. Yes. So the Chrome extension recognizes that I'm on the yellow pages, and now it will
Yeah.
give me uh, like actions that I can do using this kind of website. So when I
I
click on
mean,
the extension, it already says, hey, you can chat with me, you can
yeah.
extract all the page, you can what you want to do in here because you already have this inside.
I mean,
So
look, what you're describing is actually a very good idea, and this is something we can implement because you're on the yellow
it's
page on
already there.
Trustpilot. You can actually, yeah, it's just one button, take the link, put it back, back in, and that's it. So absolutely, and I see your point is you're doing all this research, you're doing you're on Trustpilot, you're on Google Map, and basically you have your Chrome extension is basically, yeah, scrape, 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 and basically you have all those projects being created in Curation, right? So basically you
Mhm.
do your shopping, right,
Yes.
and you handpick the few links. It could be a web directory, it could be a speaker event, some events. You just get all the data, and instead of going to Curation back and forth. So
Yes, and maybe I can even
100%.
search when I click on the Chrome extension. I can click and it goes to the database to find the person name or the LinkedIn URL, and it's to enrich this person, and it can go immediately to
Yes.
that profile. Whatever you think it's best. It's just an idea that I'm
Yeah.
just thinking right now.
No, no.
Um,
That first part is doable, and I see the point. The second one where is more like a research companion, where it's basically bringing some data into the Chrome extension. It's doable. The only issue is that then it's a lot of data that we have to bring. I mean, if it's just the email, that's no big deal. Um,
But it starts off as an email,
um,
right? And then somebody wants something else in
yeah, I
post.
mean, because Bruno mentioned like, oh, there's some data in Reddit, so it means like you kind of need
maybe
to tell the
maybe we can
system, yeah,
just, for example, when we are collecting, we can just say, "Hey, look, I want to create a new profile. It's like
yeah,
it's just called profile one." And when I'm clicking on the extension on multiple tabs about this same profile, is the same person, I want this tab also to enrich profile one. Profile one. Oh no, this is for profile two. And then I go to
Mm,
data bar and I say the profile two is this person, the profile one is this person,
mm,
and it just attributes to the right
right.
row. So this is the first one. The second one is like, okay, I like to see. I love tables. I use Excel. I use Google Sheets. It's part of the our life. But I would also love to see a card view where I can see
Oh,
when I can
yeah,
see like like the personal sheet of the client, and I can see it all in
no,
different things, and I can read it better. I can read it in
yeah,
full instead of clicking the row to see the full text. So
yeah. Say no
okay,
more. I know your pain. So
okay.
basically, I mean, obviously, row view, it's not the best way to consume data. So you want a nice
I would like to have
card.
like a
Yeah.
mini CRM. It's not to outreach or nothing. It's just
Mm,
to be the a centralized information of that lead instead of
mm.
having information spread all over other tools.
Yeah, I mean,
When I'm prospecting, I have a sheet for that client, a visual one open for that
mm,
client, maybe with different tabs. Maybe
yeah.
the first tab is for contacts, the next one is for curiosities or additional resources
Mm,
like the ones we are
yeah.
talking about. Have everything centralized, maybe with dates when I got that information, because in a year might be obsolete, is some stuff like that. And also enrichment is always something that you get data and usually has a connotation of neutral or positive, but never negative. And there are a lot of companies that do enrichment in search of negative things, like, for example, bad reviews, if I sell reputation management services, website bugs, bad SEO, bad design.
Mm,
So it would be good to also put this kind of enrichment with some kind of note in the backend that is negative, so that when it's sent to an outreach tool or an AI, it can understand that is uh, um, to talk about an issue, a problem, instead of presenting a solution. Because if I
mm,
only do positive things, I'm presenting my product as a solution. Hey, I fix bugs, I do this, I do reputation management, but I'm not creating issues for the client. I'm not telling, hey, you have these issues that I can solve. I think you might believe it's a minor detail, but it can make all the difference when we are optimizing the entire flow. And also the ability to have some photos or screenshots, because if I'm telling
we
a
do.
client,
We have
okay,
them.
okay, because if I'm outreaching a client that he has a bad design
Yeah, we
website,
have that.
okay,
We have
cool.
that. We have the vision model to actually check the website. We also have the vision model that can check the profile picture of a person, tell if the person is bold, if it's a
Oh,
woman
I've
or a
seen that
man.
video on YouTube. I found it very
Yeah,
funny to find
yeah. It's,
bald CEOs. And okay, so one last thing. I think I took your time enough. I
good
think
feedback. Thank you.
your app is already facilitating a lot, and I think you're in the right path of using AI to help us do something. But I think you're missing the most important two steps, the first one and the last one. Facilitate the most the request of enrichment. For example, maybe using AI chat to ask what I need to provide for me to get a list of what I want. For example, hey, I want to reach out to people that are in the book selling business with this or that, and I want them to talk about my product, and maybe he can generate a table for me with all the data that you advise me to collect, correct, and where to, or and maybe a CSV that, or you suggest a CSV with instructions to upload. You need to create or maybe create a CSV file in the spot, like, hey, download this CSV file, fill the columns, and send it to me for your prospect table to be ready, and then I have something where to start. I know that a lot of people using this tool are already pros, but for me, it would be much easier than starting, okay, in your dashboard. Even if I can start with some of your already integrated solutions, like the Indeed job thing, and you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I mean, totally. Actually, look, the grand vision is you tell the system what type of database you want, and the system is selecting the Trustpilot, the Google Map, and all the links that it needs to get the initial list, then build a workflow. Everything is automated from scratch. Now, the reality is to get there, you have to break things down, right? And so, next step, once our chat is very, very good at building a particular table, dealing with the data from Google Map, then we can actually move one layer before or step one, which is helping you with your ICP definition and actually bouncing back some ideas where you can find companies. So, for instance, you can say, "I'm selling this product. Help me find customers," and the system will say, "Look, this product, the best leads are from companies from this website." And then it will actually get 5 directories, it will script them, and basically the entire database is built for you. um but this is slightly more difficult to do,
Okay,
so we keep
I get it.
this thing after. But
I
yeah, I mean, look, you have the same vision as we do.
Okay, I hope the
This,
next one is also. I hope it's easier, but might be the same issue. It's the extraction. Now I want to extract the information. Like you said, there are a lot of outreach tools, and perfect.
yeah,
Focus on what you do the best. But some have many reach to do cold email. Some has a reach to or other automation tool to LinkedIn.
yeah,
I want to extract that information to send automatically to my uh, whatever
yeah,
outreach tool. So I would like to
yeah,
say, hey, I want now to extract this list or to uh, my A-reach using NA10. That's what I have self-hosted or something like that, or Zapier. Maybe NA10 integration would be fantastic because it's almost
yeah.
free
That's what we
compared.
do. We use ourselves actually. Yeah,
Yeah, and I would like to send it to ManyReach. Can you tell me how, or can you do that automation for me? And then he goes to the table. Oh, and I can say, for example, please exclude the columns of company size, and etc. I don't want to send this
mm,
information. So just send the name, the 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 icebreaker that I put there manually, and that's it. And he creates me either the step-by-step instruction for me to create the
yeah,
automation, or already creates the webhooks and etc. And you say you just need to fill this and this.
yeah,
You understand? Since you already have that AI solution to read the table, and maybe it can go read the documentation of a less known tool. For example, I like to send this information to MindPal that has their own API documentation, and you just research for MindPy documentation API, and you can help me
mm.
structure it. Uh,
I
and
mean,
that's it. That's it. I'm done.
honestly, thanks for all the feedback and ideas. I really like it. Honestly, among all the things we've done, adding more integrations like Zapier, N8, and all that, it's really not the most complicated. So you tell us what you want, we can add it. I think one of the early bird member asked for yellow page scraper for Italy. We didn't have it, and it's already live, so a few days. So some of the stuff you guys want is really not hard. We just need to know that someone wants it, right? So for integration, we recently added smart lead. Honestly, it's not a lot of work. It's just that you need to make sure you have good data before wanting to send it somewhere, right? And so we've been spending a lot of time on making sure we are producing very, very good research, so that the research is so good that you want to send it somewhere. And we are reaching that, you know, threshold now, right? So Zapier, N8, A Reach, actually A Reach instantly is already on our roadmap. So you can
Yeah, I
expect
have a
those
few, and you
integrations
are
soon.
right because, for example, Yellow Pages is not Yellow Pages in Italy. It's not Yellow
Yeah,
Pages in Portugal, and the site
yeah,
is actually very different. It's not
yeah.
the
It's
same.
different. Yeah, very
So
different.
yeah, I might send you some now.
Yeah, but look, it's not like a completely different site, but it requires a little bit of editing. But
Thank
all
you
that
for
to say, an integration we can add pleasure. We want to be part of an ecosystem, right? So it's a curation is not a closed system where we don't communicate with anyone in and out, right? So if you can bring your own tools very soon, and you can send the data wherever you want. Airtable is coming as well. Yeah.
Amazing. Anything else, Bruno?
I think it's enough. I can keep going, but we need to
But
finish
thank
this.
you. But you have my email. You can message me on the chat anytime. Pleasure to work with people like you. I mean, this is, by the way, Umar. This is one of the reasons I like this community, is because they are very generous with their time,
Mm.
feedback. They care about the product, and they're not like. Of course, it's a good deal, so there's a lot of value in using it. But it also come with like very good intention, ideas and feedback. So I would just want you to emphasize on that.
I appreciate
Thanks,
that. Thank
Bruno.
you very much. Any other questions for anybody else before Aurelien leaves us? Anybody else? We have quite a few people here. Sam, any questions from you, brother? Sam is here, but it's still pretty early for him, so he's not going to come on camera.
Good morning, Sam.
No. Okay. So no, Sam is typing something. No. Okay. So that is it. So any final thoughts before you go, Aurelien?
No, I mean, look, we talk about the roadmap. We talk about maybe we talk about the deals, like just last about to close this. How many days left? I think it's how many
So
license left? Not so many.
licenses are
Um,
running out. I don't have the
yeah,
exact number,
yeah,
and the deal finishes on the 11th. So it's the 25th now.
right,
So a couple of weeks. Couple of weeks.
right.
So 2 weeks
Okay,
today, I
yeah,
think. Yeah, 2 weeks
yeah,
today.
yeah,
Deal
yeah.
expires. So and it's not coming back, guys. So don't be
No,
don't
I
be.
mean, we're not, no, no,
Even
no. And
even getting them back for this round was extremely difficult. Took more than one conversation to get him over the line, and we only did so because there was great demand for it. So yeah, there's not many licenses left. If you are interested, go out and grab the deal while it's still available. Mohammed Labib has just joined us as well. Go on.
I just wanted to bounce back on one thing that Bruno said. You compare curation with data bar, and obviously there are many companies in the sector. Like B2B sales is a massive market. But actually, he did answer his own remark, his own question. We're addressing a different audience, which is like non-tech savvy or people who want something simple, and simplicity as the core value proposition. Right? Databar is a great tool, but it's slightly more technical. So for people who are coming from business analyst background, who love spreadsheets and a bit more technical, but great tool. And there's a big market for there's enough space for all of us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I do think when those external integrations come and being able to connect with other platforms, I think curation will take right off. I think it'll explode because people will be talking about it, pushing data from here to there. Curation does this,
Yeah,
curation does that. I just tell it in plain English. So, it just works, right? Okay, guys, thank you everybody
thank
for
you.
joining us on this live event. Thank you for the questions from Bruno and your he's clearly done some like deep research into this. So yeah, really, really appreciate that, Bruno. So thank you for that. So I'll be back again same time here tomorrow with Buzz About. So do join me. It's the same link. Come and ask questions again. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. Aurelien, thank you for coming back on Early Bird again. And let's leave it here, guys. Thank you. Take care and all the best.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye
Bye.
now.